It's a new year, the second or third on Hilton Head Island for Town Manager Steve Riley. How many is it now?
28.
28. Good for you. We got some good, solid news stuff to talk about today. We can call it referendum or referendi or whatever. You have been talking, and the town council has been talking during their retreats. Everybody's been kind of coalescing, and now I think you've got something sort of to bring out about what to do about the future of the island from a financing it standpoint. Tell us a little bit about where you would hope to see us headed.
Sure. So we've been talking about this for a couple of years. We really wanted the project list to come out of some of the planning and work that's been going on. So we've just in November introduced some initial recommendations from our Parks and Recreation Plan update. We've spent 3-4 more years talking about arts and culture and venue committee work. And so in December, Mitchellville Preservation Project, or now historic Mitchellville Preservation Park, unveiled their new master plan for development of that property. So now it's kind of coming together on what the projects can be. And so we're talking about asking people to vote to continue a tax in place. We put in a 5-year tax to replenish our reserves from the storm, from Hurricane Matthew. That will go away if you vote no, but we're asking you to consider voting yes for some investment in our future. And the projects would be $35 million for arts and culture. Significant part of that is we're calling Arts Campus, and what it really is we've just announced a proposal to partner with USCB. They would become the owner and operator of that facility. We would renovate it and expand it in a way that's been talked about to make it more usable for all the other arts groups in the community.
The Arts Center you're talking about. Let me get...
Right, the Arts Center, but the Arts Center would be a tenant now. They would not be the owner.
Right,
and the name would probably change.
Okay. The owner would be USCB?
USCB.
That's interesting. And then renovate the Arts Center, the building itself, as part of a bigger plan around that neighborhood?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then the Coastal Discovery Museum has plans for an expansion, a quality museum space that we can bring national exhibits into, and then the Mitchellville plan, which was just unveiled. And so $5 million for each of those two. That's $35 million for arts and culture. And then parks would be a separate question. The 3 major themes that came out of the park study: reinvest in existing parks, consolidate sports, so all baseball in one place rather than scattered around at every park now.
Okay.
All field sports in one place instead of scattered around now. And then pickleball, some tennis improvements, splash pads, a whole variety of things. And let's look at that Port Royal track now as a future recreation resource as well. So $30 million for those 3 projects, and both Crossings Park and Chaplin Park and the Port Royal track would be the focus of those.
That Planters Row Golf Course, Port Royal tract thing, it's... Boy, that's a nice piece of property.
Beautiful piece of property.
The mayor has talked about it becoming our central park. So is that kind of in the vision? Is that what we should be kind of thinking when we're thinking about what might happen to that?
Yes, and all of these things are in their preliminary stages, and all of these projects require additional study. And so the idea would be a referendum in May 5th is what we're targeting, and then a couple of years of planning and permitting and community input, and then we wouldn't actually issue the bonds until the other bonds have been paid off by that 5 mills.
Okay.
So we're a couple of years away from issuing, but we want to know what the tract is, and then begin the public planning process for what exactly goes when, where, and what the timing of each project is.
All right. Obviously, we're going to be talking about this a whole lot more in the coming weeks, months, and years. But a great start. Thanks so much for the information. Some of it very new. Steve Riley, Hilton Head Town Manager.